Hello everybody, it's Jen. Thanks for joining me today. I finally got a chance to play with my Lawn Fawn Jump for Joy set and Perfectly Plaid Fall. I recently purchased some SIG Clean Color Real Brush pens, and this was my second day of using them, and I love them. I find them fairly easy to use. I'm going to list the colors that I'm using on the screen, and I'll also put them down in the description box in case you want to use some of these colors on your own projects. So for the fox, I really love this color. It's mid-brown, brown, and flesh color, and I think it gives the perfect brown red tone to the fox. So I was really pleased with how this turned out. I had played with these markers the night before and was doing some watercoloring with them, and then just simply coloring them and blending them using the markers, which is what I'm doing here now. I'm not using any water at this point, and I absolutely love the vibrant colors these give without water. And I do love my distress markers, so I feel like I wanted to try using the markers to blend for these. I do love my distress markers, like I said, and so I think I'm going to be using the zigs a lot for just brush coloring and blending with the markers themselves, but I do like the way they look when you use water and watercolor with them as well. So I wanted to create this scene where the little porcupine looked like he was actually just about, or had hit the top of the leaf pile. And so I did a lot of pre-stamping for my scene. I used my Stampaholic Nano, which is similar to the Mini Misty, and I did some stamping and some masking to make this cute little scene. I used VersaFine black ink because it is a waterproof base ink, and I will be doing some watercoloring for the background. So I really wanted to make this a vibrant fall scene. So I'm coloring the leaves in red, orange, green, and yellow to bring in a pop of color, and all those colors appear in the plaid paper that I chose from the Perfectly Plaid Fall collection. I absolutely love that fall paper pad, and also feel like it's really versatile in terms of masculine cards throughout the year. So I'm not going to be packing it away this fall. I will keep it out with the rest of my 6x6 paper pads. So here I'm just doing the green, and I was laying down the darkest color first and then coming back and using the lighter color. And what I love about these markers is that they don't dry quickly. So you have time to lay down color and then go back and blend, which is nice because if you use alcohol-based markers like Copics or Spectrum Noirs, you kind of have to move quickly, and these ones are very forgiving and give you more time. So I do really like that about them. I liked using a darker brown for the reds, the oranges, and the yellows mixed in with the brighter colors. I felt like it just kind of gave it that kind of grungy fall feel where, the leaves are kind of dying, so they've fallen off the tree, and they're not as bright and vibrant as they would be if they were still on the tree. So I wanted to kind of make them look realistic. Now I did stamp the fall is here sentiment at the top left-hand corner, and if I were to do this card again, I would have stamped it a little bit higher. I cut out my watercolor paper using the wonky stitched rectangle dies from MFT, and I'm using Canson XL watercolor paper for this. So now I'm just laying down the marker for my background. So I wanted to outline the images with the light blue marker, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to wash out the color for the background, both the sky and the ground, using my watercolor brush by Tim Holtz and a lot of water. So I wanted the background to be very soft so that the images were the focal point of the card. And so this was really easy to blend as well. And if some of the colors run, you can just use some water, like you saw me dabbing there, with a paper towel, and the color will come up. So that's nice. Another way that these markers are quite forgiving. So I'm just going to finish up the background, and then I'm going to very quickly put this card together. As I said, I really wanted the images to be the focal point of this card. So I really didn't do much to it besides this. The coloring took me about 35 minutes in total, maybe 40 minutes. So when you're spending that much time on an image, you just kind of want that to be the star of the show. So I thought I would back it onto some gray cardstock so that I could pull in the gray from the porcupine. So I just adhered that down, cut it out, used a whack of foam adhesive to pop up that panel, and put that on the front of my card. And that was it for the front. So in the inside, I'm using the Jump for Joy stamp set, and then I'm just using a piece of the paper that was left over from trimming it down, so not to waste it, and just put that on the inside of the card, and my card is complete. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have a great crafty day, and I'll see you all really soon.